Currently we're in Oudtshoorn. It's 42 degrees outside. Tomorrow is the start of the Attekwas, South Africa's hardest single day mountain bike race. The athletes are going to be riding in conditions with temperatures reaching probably 40-45 degrees. So the whole reason for us being here in Oudtshoorn is actually to assist the riders in getting their setups done correctly. For this year, all the riders are using the RXC34s. It's got the OTX14 damper, which is really light. A lot more adjustability on that with a good lockout for cross-country use. Also comes equipped with a very nice air chamber, a completely new development from Öhlins. So it's got a very big negative chamber, which makes the fork very supple off the top.
You know, the tuning of the suspension, you've got a lot more that you can work with and fine-tune. So you can really dial it into your riding style and you know, specific terrain or events that you're going into.
So excellent small bump compliance from this setup. They've got a very nice overlapping on the bushing, so the fork feels very firm. It doesn't want to bounce away from anything, so nice tracking really well.
So yeah, we've been riding the Öhlins RXC yeah, since it was launched about 3 or 4 months ago, and yeah, really enjoying it.
On the back, we're running the new TXCs.
Kind of get the feeling that it's, you know, the guys really thought well about how they designed it, and it's not just a copy of how the way things always work.
So the big difference between Öhlins and everything else that doesn't use the twin tube technology is the oil flows in a circle. And how that is better than the other system is that there's a lot less heat generated. Heat plays a huge part in degrading the suspension performance, especially here in South Africa, where the temperatures can get up into the late 40s. And it just controls the heat a lot better by virtue of not creating so much friction during the damping process. So in my experience, I've been to a lot of cross-country downhill. I've taken part in a lot of cross-country and downhill, and I see the riders, a lot of them don't really know how to set up their suspension. So after we've obviously done the telemetry, we're going to do a full suspension setup and then do a service to make sure that they're 100% correct for them. So on the telemetry process, what I want to assess is how the fork is working for the riders. So I'm going to take, for example, tomorrow they're going to be riding a really rocky area. So I've sent them out on a course that's going to mimic that as close as possible, obviously without the duration, but because they're only going to go for like a 10K ride. But what it's going to give to me is it's going to show me what their rebounds are, what their rebound speed is, what their high speed and low speed compression is, how much air pressure there is, and exactly how fast the fork is rebounding and compressing. Your rear shock is 100% perfect.
Is it? Yeah, it felt pretty solid.
Yeah, look at that, dude.
Perfect. Solid.
Green everywhere, isn't it? So using that information, we can create an optimal suspension setup for each rider individually.
So yeah, with that telemetry testing we did today, you know, it takes away a lot of guessing and wondering. You sort of have notes and you know, actual numbers that you can match with the feel of the bike, the way you set it up.
And away they go for a record day on Attekwas. 52 of the best professionals in the country and in Africa and around the world are racing now.
We will be going to Tankwa Trek and looking after them there. We will be going to the Epic and looking after them there. So basically what I also want to achieve is that out of all the South African sponsored athletes, the guys that are riding Öhlins are going to have an extra element of care taken with regards to their suspension systems, which I believe is the most important part of the bike when it comes to riding. Keep an eye out for us. We'll be at all the major events. Come say hi. Come chat about the suspension, come take some for a test ride, and let us help you out with yours. Thank you for watching. Take care.